Here's the thing about people who are offended is sometimes, because I don't like, the way I do comedy, I just don't like offending people. That's not an emotion I enjoy. But every now and then it happens, you know, and somebody will come up to me afterwards and I'll be like, oh no, and we'll start talking, and like halfway through the conversation I'll be like, this is the stupidest conversation I've ever had in my entire life. But then sometimes I'll be talking to them and they'll be right. And the joke just isn't like thought out, I just didn't factor in something, and then I change the joke. And it makes the joke better. Dare I say, make me a better human. So I don't really have a problem with people who are offended. I think there's a give and take there I'm willing to live with. What I have a far bigger issue with right now is the group of people who are offended by people who are offended. That group needs to shut the fuck up. I'm so tired of them. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like, I don't want to generalize, but they like to generalize, so I'm going to generalize a little bit. It's usually a dude in their 50s, no neck. That's the type. It's just, it's up here, and they're just yelling at college kids. From what I can tell, that's their life. They're just yelling at college kids that day. All day, they're like, oh, these college kids. These college kids with their safe spaces. What happens when you enter the real world? And I'm always just at home like, oh, did I miss a day? Since when has college ever been the real world? What's going on? In my mind, my recollection of college is that college is a 4-year summer camp that some of us are lucky enough to attend, where you drink and fuck consistently for probably the first time in your life. If you did it right, you leave with one of the good STDs, and then you go into crippling debt and destroy your entire 20s. That is the college experience. Yeah. But it's not the real world. You wanna know college isn't the real world? Because every single college campus throughout history, including currently, has a police unit on campus whose entire job is just to stop you from meeting the real police. That's a real thing. That's their entire job. And these same guys, like, oh, these college kids. Back in the day when they were in college, still no neck. They're running around drunk, just like, woo! And some fake cop was like, whoa, you don't want to meet the real ones. Come here. There you go. Back to your safe space, Joe. There we go. People did change so much during the pandemic. It was so interesting to watch. Like my uncle, I don't know if you got one of these. I got a conspiracy theorist now. Yeah, you got one of those? Woo! Wild. You'll know if you do. They're not as subtle people. In fact, they're quite loud. They're not subtle. It's you can say anything to conspiracy theorists, and they're gonna let you. You just say a beautiful day outside. It's like, would be if the clouds were real. It's like, all right. Here we go. Conspiracy theories. These conspiracy theories these days, like, I mean, it is running rampant right now. Conspiracy theories. Running rampant. And the thing about conspiracy theories that I personally find, like,